If all this seems surreal, it is. Our world is a science fiction masterpiece, scripted by infinite consciousness with a very wry sense of humor. Thus, even if our situation seems hopeless, it is not serious. Nonetheless, I would like to propose for your consideration a strategy for bringing about a more beautiful future than our current dystopian situation, and for maximizing the chances of victory for the forces of light, life, and freedom over those of darkness, death, and slavery. The first proposition is this: the core of successful resistance must be composed of absolute anarchists, those who embody the archetype of ecstatic anarchy, the highest state of consciousness. To begin our analysis, we must define this term. There are 7 main kinds of anarchy. 1, the tyranny of a lawless and illegitimate government, a gangsterment. The systems of constituted law are everywhere now useless as instruments for the redress of grievances or defense of human rights. This is the anarchy of the Antichrist. 2, the savagery of common criminality, engaging in violence for survival or retaliation. This kind of anarchy is likewise on the rise. 3, the anarchy of the activist or the prepper, who struggles individually against external constraints and forms of oppression, but not against the internal ones. 4, the artist, who struggles anarchically in the work of artistic creation, but does not engage the power of freedom beyond that limit. 5, the anarchy of the renunciate, who leaves the social order and lives as a recluse or in community, but only works on the inner dimension to free his or her individual consciousness, but not serve all the sentient beings of the world. 6, the philosophic anarchist, who believes in freedom, but still lives in chains. All these are partial anarchists. But number 7, the ecstatic anarchist, is a consciousness who is completely free and empowered in all realms and all levels of being and non-being. One who abides in absolute consciousness and serves the whole through understanding, compassion, and mastery of the true nature of the real. I propose that a critical number of us must attain this level quickly to gain victory over the demons. The world is now in a state of angstarchy. Everyone operating at the ego level is in a massive state of anxiety. The ruling elite are the most anxious of all. They have bet everything on this gamble, and now all our lives are on the line. No one can opt out of this one. The effects of the war will reach us no matter where we are. No one can hide. Not even those ruling elitists who have built underground cities can hide from the wrath of Gaia or the powers of light who are now intervening in this cosmic process. We got into this mess because humanity fell to the lowest level of consciousness possible for us, that of the postmodern ego. It is an artificial structure of massively split consciousness. Fragmented, fragile, stupid, narcissistic, often psychopathic, delusional, dissociated, unable to concentrate, codependent, addicted to substances, unaware of the real, and usually paralyzed with deadlocked willpower. The ego in this current form is thus innately anxious and in constant internal conflict. It is a mind parasite, an artificial, dysfunctional behavioral system that has usurped the power of the soul, the subtle vehicle of our real self. It is because our collective consciousness had already been taken over by the unnatural ego system of immoral and unlimited desire production, along with endless loops of mental chatter and censoring of higher intelligence, lacking all moral strength to resist corruption and perversion, that we have become prey to this nefarious project of human extinction. We must break free of our internal enslavement to the desiring machines we call our egos if we are to become true anarchists who live free and beyond suffering, beyond illusion and delusion, and beyond willful ignorance and powerlessness. Reality has many levels to it. The absolute anarchist takes the high ground of the most coherent and cosmic level of consciousness, beyond the split mind of dualistic thought. If enough of us do that, the tide will turn in this titanic battle. Since the universe is made of consciousness, those on the most intelligent and empowered level of consciousness will be victorious. But we must understand the nature of the battle we are fighting internally as well as externally. And we must realize that consciousness does not die, nor is it ever born, nor was it ever even created. The world is only a dream within consciousness. Nothing that seems to happen in the dream affects the dreamer. And we must understand that at the highest level of consciousness, there is no struggle at all. And everything that is unfolding is perfect, pure, and divinely beautiful. And that it is all our own creative projection of cosmic mind. We are the one mind, the Buddha nature, the mind of God. We are facets of an infinite, luminous diamond of pure consciousness. But we must reach the center of that diamond, the 0 point, from which the holographic image of the cosmos is being projected in order to change the trajectory of our destiny. We are, in fact, already liberated if we just awaken to that fact. And in non-dual consciousness, the kingdom of heaven is already present for those with an open third eye to see. But at the level of duality, the world is hopelessly wrecked. And the forces of darkness continue to grind down whatever embers of the human spirit remain alive. We are in a 7th generation